Hi, in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about paint. So, this is my brother's truck. This has been repainted about 3 years ago. He's put about 10,000 miles on it or so. Hasn't been driven in the winter though, so it's just 3 years driven in the nicer weather. This is a two-wheel drive truck. And this is just regular Rust-Oleum paint. It's held up for 3 years. It's not really chipped or rusting or anything like that. Just thought I'd show you that as a comparison. This is just barely got a little bit of rust here. That's after 3 years, so I mean, just being sandblasted and painted, that could just be that was a thin spot paint that's on the bottom. Overall, it's not in that bad of shape. I mean, 3 years isn't really a big deal considering you just hit that with a wire wheel and you can still put some more paint on there. This bed did have a few patches in it over the years. Or not the bed, the truck, here and there. This one was actually a little more rusty than what my frame was. So give me a second and I'll show you some paint. Hold on. Okay, now when I bought the paint, I bought in a, what is this, a quart? Yeah, I bought in a 1 quart container. I got some extra tins. What I did is I took this out, dumped it in between the two of them, and I would use the little bit in the bottom of this can and get started with it until this was empty and dried up. Then I'll continue on one can. What I do is I'm very careful with the lids, so whenever I put the lids on, I clean all the paint off of them. I put saran wrap on them, which is a tip I got from my local paint shop guy. So you put saran wrap on them so you can still open them up. Now, you're not supposed to reuse these because I've had cans of these where they're half empty actually solidify and get hard in the top. And it doesn't take very long. Case in point, this one was about 4/5 empty. There's only like a ½ inch in the bottom of it, and it sat for 2 weeks and started to dry. And that little bit of paint that was in the bottom was actually getting hard too. Wasn't really mixing. Give me a second. It was a little bit runny still. I opened this up the other day. It's still a little bit runny in there, but it's pretty much drying up. Turned into a mess. So once these cans get half empty and sit, they'll actually start to dry up on you, and you don't want that happening. So once you start using these, you want to keep using them. You don't want them sitting. But as for getting this open, the saran wrap makes a huge difference as to be able to open them, and they don't glue themselves shut. And I also try to keep the lid clean. So as you can see, that's just from wiping it off between putting it back on. There's still some paint on there, but for the most part, there's nothing on the actual brim of it to glue it shut. In here, once you put the saran wrap, even if there's paint in the bottom of this, I just stick a paper towel in there and try to clean that out as much as I can. Haven't had any problems with it. Okay, I'll talk a little bit about the progress I've had with my frame. Give me a second. Okay, now this frame was just sandblasted and it had the degreaser and prep done on it. This is not my final coat. I've done 2 coats on everything of the P.O.R. 15. I used stainless hardware here, which another thing I remember with stainless hardware, when you use it and you want to be able to put it someplace where you can get a cutter at it, because if these ever got stuck in, you cannot use a torch to get them out. Because stainless will not cut with a torch very easily. Matter of fact, the regular steel around it will cut easier than the bolt. So you want to make sure you can get a grinder in there to cut these. So case in point, I can use bolts in here, stainless steel bolts in here, no problem, because I can always cut them off. Sorry, I just had my phone tell me my battery's getting low. But yeah, I can use stainless hardware in here. But as for the bumper, I'm gonna have to be careful with where I put stainless because I want to be able to cut it off if there was ever a problem. So that's something to keep in mind. All that stainless hardware. I ordered it up on Amazon just because it was cheaper. I got to get some more in order to continue those bumper brackets. Now, the reason I was talking about the Rust-Oleum on that other frame on my brother's truck is because that's going to be the top coat over this P.O.R. 15. This P.O.R. 15, I'm told, will fade in the sun and could probably cause it to come loose. So I'm gonna sand this. I'm gonna try a Scotch-Brite, see if that roughs up enough, but I don't think that's gonna touch this stuff too well. But yeah, I'm gonna sand this and put the Rust-Oleum over top of it. I just got some wire brushes so I can start working up underneath here. I'm gonna start pulling that cross member out and this tank support. Start taking those out so they're ready for sandblasting. I gotta wait for all the snow to melt out here. So we got 12 inches of snow. and sandblast that. So once I get that all straightened out and wire wheeled and get the P.O.R 15 on that, I'm going to start taking the interior out and continue on. I was hoping to get the bed done on here, but I don't have the money or the time to do the bed. I'm just going to bolt the bed on and call it a day. So if you like the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and have a good day. Bye.